Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about why I dislike a lot of Discord's user interface, and how I think it could be much better. I'm going to go to my desktop now so you can actually see things. Alright, whoop-de-doo, look at that. Oh look, it's the other two videos I recorded today. Anyways, Discord. So, here's this. Here's my first big main gripe. This is the thing I am continuously enraged at. This sucks. Organizing servers sucks in Discord. I have a lot of servers that I want to be in, and I want them to be nicely organized. So, I've got named server folders, and the important ones I've got up here. But there's only so much I can do with a single row of stuff. Imagine a world where there was a tab up here, or maybe this button, that just brought you to a desktop, basically, with server folders and stuff. So you could actually organize your stuff. I don't know why this isn't a thing. The max server limit is like something like 100. How can you expect anyone to organize 100 servers in this disgusting bar? It just doesn't work. Another thing, there are a lot of servers, like, for example, in this server, I only really want to get notifications and regularly read meta SCP discussion. So it's one channel that I want to read out of this entire server, and there's a lot of servers like this. Like, for here, the Tmod Loader Discord, I only want the updates channel. That's it. That's all I want to know about. Announcements too, maybe. Calamity Mod, I want the change logs and I want the server announcements. That's it. So I have a ton of servers in here where it's just one or two channels that I want to regularly read. Now, imagine if you could just simply have some sort of feed that was just the messages in those servers. Now, I know there is this thing, this announcements thing, but this does not work for every channel. This only works for channels that are set as announcements, and not every server does that on all the channels that I want to see. I have no idea why it was restricted to that, but it is. And I've also tried using it. If I remember correctly, I stopped using it because it was bad. There was a limit to the amount of servers you could be following in a channel, which is stupid. The limit was like 10 or something. It's like, okay, I can't do that then. I need to have multiple channels, which entirely defeats the purpose. And also, yes, this video is basically just a rant. But hey, I wanted to get this off my chest. What else? Oh yeah, the unread messages thing. If there's a bunch of unread messages, why can't you just show me the actual number? I get it if the number's over like 10,000 or something, but over 50? Come on, just show me the actual amount of messages. The amount of times this is a problem in just my own server. I come back from a day of school, and then I have to scroll up until it actually takes me to the start of where the messages I missed are. And why is this a mark as read button? Why isn't there a jump to last unread message button? What's the point of this? Like, great, that's great for a server like this where I don't care about what these people are saying, but I mean, for the most part, if you are looking at a channel with unread messages, you're probably going to want to read those messages. In my opinion, more often than you'd want to just mark them as read and forget about them. And also, why can't I pin DMs or groups? Like, say, yes, my Lord of the Rings group watching chat. I really want this at the top. I can't do that. I can mute it, I can copy its ID, but I cannot pin it to the top for some reason. I don't know. I guess they really want you to make servers for everything. Same with DMs, right? I want to have my friends at the top of the list, and I know you can delete stuff, but it's pretty annoying when new stuff just pops up right at the top. Don't even get me started on curating what kind of notifications you get. All of these servers, you might notice that I don't actually have that many pings in these folders. It's actually from only one or two servers. That's because every single server has most of its stuff muted, apart from the stuff I actually want to see. You have to do this individually. Thank God for categories, but really, if for some reason you want to see something in a category that has a bunch of other chats, you have to mute everything else. And this gets really annoying when you have to do this for every server you join. Why isn't there an option to just mute everything and then I choose which channels I want to see? And now, I want to pause for a second. I know it might seem like I'm being pretty harsh on Discord right now, but this chat platform has been around for what, how many years now? Apparently it was launched in May of 2015, so it's been over 5 years. And so I think I am pretty well within my rights to complain about really simple and easy to implement just quality of life features that just don't seem to be here for no reason. Even though you'd think it's pretty obvious. Like, if you've used the app at all. That's why I'm so annoyed about it, because it makes me wonder if the people who made Discord actually use it, because just using it regularly, I run into these problems constantly. I don't know, maybe I'm weird and I use Discord wrong, but I run into these issues a lot. Another thing, this is kind of smaller, but as an example, I don't want to have these channels muted, but I also don't really want them showing up as a dot here. There's no option for that. You can't do that unless you just mute the channel, but then you can't see if there's new messages in there. Suppose I could mute and unmute it if I'm looking at it or not. That's a bit of a hassle, especially when I think that's probably pretty easy to implement. Again, this is more of a, I don't need this feature, but it would be pretty nice. Also, this page sucks. There's like nothing here, right? You got two options here, dark and light mode. That's it. There's no option for AMOLED or a nicer light mode than that. There's just two text options, and yeah, you can change this. This is nice. There's some extra stuff in accessibility settings. This is good. It's nice that they have these, but there's like no settings here. You cannot change really anything. You can't change the size of any of the menus. You can't change the font. You can't change the colors. And here is the most egregious thing that Discord does. Here's the notification settings. You can go here and you can disable all these sounds and stuff, but you can't change the noise that it makes for some reason. Now you might be thinking, why is this the most egregious thing they've done? Doesn't make any sense. It's the most egregious because they have the infrastructure to change the sounds. During holidays, they will change the Discord noises. I believe they did it for Christmas or something, and they also did it for Discord's birthday, if I remember right. So they have the infrastructure there to change the sounds. It's just never an option unless they decide it is for no reason. And they even have that special Discord call thing, which means that somewhere they have a function that randomly chooses a sound to play when you call someone. So they have all the infrastructure here to make it so you can have however many sounds you want and they can randomly show up whenever. You can have like a rotation of ping noises. Do you know how nice it would be if I could set something so that if someone directly pinged me, it sounded different to when someone just talked in a server I had notifications on? That would be so nice. That would be really useful. And all of it's there. I know they have the ability to do this, they just don't. And of course, I'm not even going to get started on the Nitro stuff. You can't see the page because I have streamer mode enabled. I don't need you seeing my bank account details. I bought Nitro once. Horrible mistake. That was like 4 years ago. Disgusting. Never again. I despise Discord and their pushing of Nitro. Like, where is it? Like here, I'll just use my testing server because, look, I know everyone complains about this thing, but really, it's kind of insane to me that this is there. There's a dedicated spend money button next to the button to send emojis. Why? And look at this. You click it, and immediately it prompts you to spend $100. What the fuck? I like how I said I wasn't going to get into it, but then I got into it. Anyway, I've been recording for like 20 minutes. TLDR, Discord's an okay chat service with a lot of user-unfriendly decisions and honestly just kind of baffling omissions of useful features. All the while, they prompt you to spend $100 every time you misclick the gift button. Anyways, yeah, okay, rant over. That was a lot more ranty than normal, but I don't know. That one's been percolating in my head for ages. Every time I use Discord, I'm like, holy, this kind of sucks. I have a whole document filled with stuff that I'd change if I could. Anyways, good lord, this one's gonna suck to edit. Go. Don't buy Nitro. Don't do it.